Fellas, good morning.
Interesting to see you.
A little bit later.
At 11:04 a.m.
Yeah.
Interesting to see you. Eastern Standard Time on today. October
11th,
2021.
And start of a new week.
True. Monday.
Sorry for the late start today. I had a couple things to take care of this morning, but we are here. We are ready. And rather than, go through the news and scandals and rumors we normally do, let's just get right into it. Let's give the Degens what they want, and let's just start off the show firing on all cylinders. Let's just go right into the bets, right into the money making. Let's figure it out. What should we start with?
I'm with it.
What should we start with? We should probably start with playoff baseball,
and then
because it's at 1:00.
Yeah,
we got a 1:00. We got 4 games today. Beautiful.
Yeah,
and then we got to go into
do a little brief preseason
preseason NHL and NBA, and then we'll end with
spend some time at the end,
the Monday night
on the big one.
Yesterday, fellas kickoff show plus 1900 hits on the show. All you had to do was tune in, and we nailed it. Plus 1900. Dawson Knox touchdown. Josh Allen touchdown. Bills team total over 27.5, which was the lock of the year. Just kidding. We don't do those. After the fact, lock of the year.
Yeah. Now that we know.
It's a winner.
Should have put the mortgage on it.
Who was the other one? Oh, Travis Kelce, of course.
Yeah.
That nice little pitch to the outside.
That was the one we were waiting on.
That was the one. Morning, Kofi. Good morning, Stephanie. Let's have ourselves a day. All right. Jump into it. Let's do MLB first. First game of the day, 1:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Freddie Peralta of the Milwaukee Brewers going against Ian Anderson of the Atlanta Braves. Looks like Atlanta Braves are favored today here at home, but not by much. Basically a pick 'em. What does BetUS got us at?
About the same.
Yeah.
Brewers getting plus 102 on here.
Makes sense. All right, so Freddie Peralta, 10-5, 2.81 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, 5.0 average innings pitched. On-base percentage of 260. His earned run log, 4.3014, 3.2200. Giving up 4 home runs in his last 5 games. Before that, he hadn't given up a home run in 5 games, so maybe he's on a little home run tear. Freddie is a little susceptible to a couple hits here and there. Honestly, not that overwhelming grades of a pitcher. He's going pretty much. If he gets knocked around a little bit early, he's only going 2 or 3. Otherwise, even if he's having a great game, they. Whoa, that worked. Everything just shut off.
It's crazy. This is how quiet it's supposed to be.
But basically, even if he does well, against Detroit, for example, he only went 6 innings, 2 hits, 0 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, and they still only let him go 6. So he's not going any more than 6. It would appear. Ian Anderson, 9-5, 3.58 ERA with a 1.23 WHIP, 5.1 average innings pitched. On base percentage 297. His earned run log 21424 00412. Gives up a lot of home runs though. He has given up 7 home runs in his last 5 games. So definitely susceptible to giving it up. Let me go pitcher versus batter data real quick. Kind of forgot about that. Daily baseball. Also, if you don't know where to get pitcher versus batter data, dailybaseballData.com. Great website. Nothing really sticks out in this one. Actually, both teams not very good at hitting the opposing pitcher, but also haven't faced each other an overwhelming amount. Only 4 players on Milwaukee have actually faced Ian Anderson, and it's just been one time out. Looks like against Freddie, the Braves have really only had 6 guys who faced him, and only 2 guys have faced him in multiple games. So, yeah, not much there. Austin Riley seems to be on a tear. I would be putting him and stuff. I'm kind of feeling the over in this one.
Really?
I'm stuck between game total over and Braves team total over.
I think I would lean Braves team total, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
The last 6 playoff games Milwaukee has played in have gone under.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that because of them?
Well,
I suppose they won 2-1 and they lost 0-3. The last 2 at least.
I mean, it's definitely partially. I don't exactly,
Yeah.
It's probably a lot to do with them, though, because I think just the way they've been playing this whole season, it's been about keeping scores low, out pitching. So that's what I think. I think if it even gets close to over, it's because the Braves are bashing them around.
You think so? Yeah.
So that's what worries me. If the Braves even go off and it's like 6-1.
Makes sense. That does make sense. There we are. That makes sense. That's also why I kind of just want to put Braves money line down on this one.
Yeah, I don't dislike that either.
My only concern is that Ian Anderson gets shelled. He lets up a couple dingers right off the bat.
Right.
And we're in trouble here. So I think Braves team total is where I like this one. Is that 3.5 little juiced?
3.5 little juiced on there. Let's see if there's a 4.5, because I don't mind the 4.5 either for them, honestly. Yeah, it's 3.5 minus 130 about everywhere, it seems like.
Okay, so maybe you just buy it up so that your win is a full unit.
And if you want someone for a hit parlay, Jorge Soler.
Soler. I do love me some Soler.
He's recorded 1 hit in his last 15 home games.
Wow. Also, I know Freddie Freeman has gotten a hit in like 10 of his 11 post-game career.
Well, there you go. Oh, yeah. So, we were talking about that. Was the last time we talked about
Freddie Freeman is an absolute monster in the postseason. So, honestly, Austin Riley, Freddie Freeman, Dansby Swan, I expect them all to have a day. They seem to all be relatively in form. So, Braves team total over, I think, is my play. I also lean Braves money line and the game total over, but team total over is what I've got. Moving on, we have Astros and White Sox game 4. What a game last night, 12-6. Questionable call there in the 6th inning. If you missed it, White Sox batter, don't remember who it was, hit the ball and clearly run straight out into the grass.
No! FanDuel boosts White Sox to win.
Nice.
No!
Beautiful.
No!
If you missed it, the batter, so base is loaded, right? Batter hits it down the first base line, right to the first baseman. First baseman knows that he can throw it home, get the guy out at home, out. Batter knows that if he steps out in the baseline, guy has to throw around him. Doesn't throw around him, ends up hitting him in the shoulder because you'd think if a guy's throwing a baseball at you, you'd go like this. But no, he knew exactly what he was doing. So he runs to the base, he keeps his shoulder, hits him. The pitch obviously misses home plate. Guy scores at home. What should have happened is that guy is out, and they either should have called the guy at home out. So running out of the line, batter should have been automatically out.
Yeah.
Because he was clearly in the grass way too far.
Right.
And it was very obvious what he was doing. Now, I'm not even saying that you have to call the guy at home out, but you should have sent him back to third. Neither of those things happened. They allow the run to score home, and they call the guy at first safe. And, of course, this just gives them all the momentum in the world. They scored 2 more runs that inning. Game's pretty much over after that. So,
Bada bing, bada boom.
questionable calls in both games last night, actually. Rays game too, but we'll get to that after. Anyways, Houston Astros, Jose Urquidy on the mound on the road at plus 110. Looks like Carlos Rodon is at home for the Chicago White Sox, getting minus 130-ish. Let's jump into it. Jose Urquidy, 8-3, 3.62 ERA, .99 WHIP, 5.1 average innings pitched. On base percentage 255. His earned run log 3.24, 1.22, 1.023. He has given up 5 home runs in his last 3 games. Something to watch out for. Definitely a pitcher that'll let up some runs. Seems like if he gets shelled around a little bit, he'll go 4 or 5. If they like what he's doing, he'll just go 6. He was going 7 at one point, even when he was getting tossed around a little bit, but they stopped letting him do that. So he might go 7 if he has a good game. I would expect 6 or less, though. Carlos Rodon, 13-5, 2.37 ERA, .96 WHIP, 5.2 average innings pitched. On base percentage 253, earned run log 0.211204.201. So obviously on the surface seems like better stats than Jose Urquidy. However, Carlos Rodon really doesn't go that many innings. He's almost cut off exactly at 5 every single time he pitches. They occasionally let him go 6 or 7, but he has to be absolutely dealing in order to do it. Not a big home run guy, not a ton there. Strikeouts have actually kind of been dropping a little bit and a little bit inconsistent, but just not that many earned runs. That's the biggest thing about Carlos Rodon is there's just not a lot of runs. I think anytime Houston Astros are plus money in the postseason, you have to take them, but that's just me. I will go pitcher versus batter real quick. Looks like, wow. So the White Sox have faced Jose one time around. Basically, no one could hit anything. And then the Astros have faced Rodon quite a few times and do not bat particularly well against him. Jose Altuve is probably the best batter in this lineup, 20 at-bats with 5 hits and a dinger with 5 strikeouts on top of it. Yeah, Jose Altuve is really the only one I see in that. But as a team batting 222, 252, 184 average, 222 on base, 252 slugging, 475 OPS, and 214 WOBA, that is very low. Extremely low, actually. Maybe the under in this game?
I'm kind of feeling the under, too. I just feel like it's about time that momentum.
Yeah, the problem is Game 1 went 9-4.
Yeah.
Game 1 went 6-1. Game 2 went 9-4. Game 3 went 6-12. So there are plenty of runs to be going around right now. So that's why the under scares me, but I don't see just a lot of runs happening today.
Especially with it at 9.
Yeah. I know there's a little bit of juice on the under, but not much. Yeah, I would just say I would lean under. I don't know if I am going to officially put that in just because the Houston Astros are a part of it, and boy, they hit the ball a lot. And the White Sox, if they heat up, scary team. But yeah, I'm gonna lean the under on this one for sure. I think that's the safest bet on this one.
A couple nice little things to know. Michael Brantley has recorded a hit in the Astros' last 14 playoff games.
Who was it?
Michael Brantley.
Okay.
And Tim Anderson has hit a home run in 2 of the White Sox last 3 games at Houston.
Tim Anderson is on fire right now.
So,
Good to know. Good to
Yeah,
know.
his homers plus 360. The Michael Brantley hit is very juiced, but hey, that's for a parlay.
Yeah, exactly. Also important to note that the White Sox are getting 56% of tickets and 72% of money.
Wow,
So
I would not have
slight
thought
stack
that.
at home. Looks like sharps are on Astros, but that's just because of the value bet. Don't pay much attention to that. All right, let's move on from this one. My player to get a hit is just Jose Altuve every single time the Astros play. By the way. All right, moving on. We have Rays and Red Sox. Do you see a pitcher listed for the Rays? Because I do not on this.
I'm seeing Colin McHugh
Okay.
on DraftKings.
That's fine.
Yeah, and Vegas.
All right. So it looks like Tampa is starting Colin McHugh. Boston is starting Eduardo Rodriguez. And Boston getting favorited slightly. Eduardo Rodriguez. 13-9, 4.8 ERA, 1.4 WHIP, 4.2 average innings pitched, on base percentage of 327, earned run log 2.002216.035. Very hard to predict what Eduardo Rodriguez is going to do because the last two games we've only let him go 1 and 1.2 innings. Before that, he was anywhere between 3 and 6 innings. Very sporadic pitcher, not consistent in any way, shape, or form. But if he's bringing the heat, you better look out because the man is a monster. He just very few times he actually brings the heat. Hasn't given up a home run in his last 6 games, so maybe XNA any home runs tonight. However, we do have the Tampa Bay Rays sitting on the other side. So cold game tonight, 58 degrees with 5 miles an hour wind coming back. So ball may not fly as well as what we want, and with the green monster sitting on the left side, I don't know if there's going to be many cracks that are heading out. Wow, okay. Boy, I think there's going to be runs in this game.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. Colin McHugh, I don't have his stats up in front of me, but pretty decent pitcher. I would put him along the same lines of Eduardo Rodriguez, where solid pitcher. If he brings the heat, you're going to have a tough time hitting against him. But few and far in between when we actually see the gas,
Right.
the real gas. Colin McHugh against the Boston Red Sox, 320 average, 364 on base percentage, 540 slugging, 900 OPS, and almost a 400 WOBA. So they definitely like going against Colin McHugh. Xander Bogaerts is absolutely unreal against Colin McHugh. 19 at-bats, 9 hits, 3 of them being doubles, only 3 strikeouts. So Xander Bogaerts is my guy to get a hit for Boston Red Sox today. For Eduardo Rodriguez going against the Rays, Rays are batting 275 average, 352 on base, basically 500 slugging, 850 OPS, and 368 WOBA. So still very high. Not as high as Boston against Colin McHugh, but still very high. There should be a lot of runs today. There should be plenty of runs to go around. Brandon Lowe, you suck. I don't like you right now. You're very mean to me. He went 0 for 6 last night when we have him in a hit parlay.
Jeez, come on, man.
He got 6
You're
at-bats.
going to have to do a little better than that there.
6 at-bats. You should have seen his stats against, it's just, it's whatever. But never taking Brandon Lowe ever again. The 2 guys on the Rays right now that you have to just go with no matter what, Wander Franco is just playing out of his freaking mind right now. He's 10 at-bats, 3 hits, a double, a home run against Eduardo, so those are fine stats. And Yandy Diaz.
Okay.
Yandy Diaz is also playing out of his mind right now. And he is 18 at-bats, 8 hits, 1 double, and 4 strikeouts against Eduardo. So I'm probably going to go with Wander just because he is just absolutely on fire. It seems like every single time it's up to plate, you might be going Bomb Town, Bomb Squad, Yak Town, whatever you want to call it.
Big Bang
Theory. Get out of the park. Big Bang Theory. I like that one. So, yeah. As far as what we're taking for a line on this game. Just the over?
Yeah, I also like the over.
It's high. It's very high.
In Fenway, I mean, they average 10.7 runs a game there. Both of these teams average like over 5. I'm not afraid of that over.
I like that it's at plus money.
Yeah, me too. I also might consider rolling with the Rays team total.
Ooh.
Because
to get 5?
Yeah. I mean,
Interesting.
They've gotten 5, 2 out of 3. The other one they got 4.
This is true. I have a feeling Rays are swinging for the fences tonight too, being an elimination game in Boston. I have a feeling. Also, look for Nelson Cruz to hit a dinger tonight. He's been kind of quiet so far during the series, and if I know Nelson Cruz, he is eating his steroids every meal of the day and a snack, and probably makes a little steroid smoothie before the game. So that man will muster up something. I can promise you. Also, really hope Boston Red Sox don't win this game. I want this to go to a Game 5, and I also want to see the Rays move on because I don't like teams that spend a lot of money on their players.
Do you know what I'm feeling here?
What?
If I can find it.
A little score first and lose?
Yeah.
For who?
For the Red Sox.
Yeah. Red Sox score first and lose?
Yeah, I just saw a little thingy that was the Red Sox do have the lead after the first 3 in their last 6 home playoff games, I believe. So they always come out hot, but they have not necessarily won those games. I agree. I kind of like the Rays here as the win. Here we go. Red Sox score first and lose plus 600.
Whew. That might be. I like it. I like it.
Out of all of the score first, win, lose options, I like that one the most, and it's the best odds.
Also, something to note, the Rays have scored, I saw the stat last night, and I'm going to butcher it completely, but it's something along the lines of like 12 runs after the 8th inning in the last X amount of games or something. So they are a late team. They come out late, so maybe live bet the Rays if they get behind going down the stretch. Unfortunate what happened in the game last night, I think, and also as a Rays better last night, I think it's very unfortunate. But what was it? Eighth inning? No, this is an extra inning. Sorry, top of the 13th. Guy on first. I forget who it was. Hits a massive bomb. Goes basically almost hits the top of the wall. Hits just below the top of the wall. Comes back. Bounces once. Hits the fielder. Goes off the fielder out of bounds. Like back over the wall. So it goes bloop, 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 and back over. And he's like, oh, stop. Ground rule double. Which is true. That is a ground rule double. Except for the fact that it went off the defender to go back out, which means an extra base. Because think of it. You can't just take the ball and chuck it out of bounds and be like, sorry, only a double. Like if that was going to be a triple, you can't just take the ball and throw it out of bounds. Right. Now, completely not on purpose. It was clear that he bounced off of him and went over the wall. So, whatever. But
I didn't even think of that.
They only gave him a ground rule double and not the extra base, which would have, in fact, put the Rays up 5-4. Instead, they sat a guy on second and third with 2 guys out, and of course the next guy strikes out or whatever, he grounded out, whatever. So terrible. And then of course the bottom of the inning, big boy walks up, smacks one, wins the game. So unfortunate that both games had a call that just wasn't correct.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Even more unfortunate that we were on the wrong side of both those wrong calls. But hey, it happens. We had a damn meeting at 11 o'clock today. SMH doesn't work. SMH doesn't work. No, the fellas.
You gotta tell them.
Let's go. Come on, Isaac. They need to understand.
10 to 12. And watch the fellas show.
So yeah, the over in this game, and I want to play the Rays, but I feel like it's just a heart play. So I'm gonna leave that out of it. Make the smart play. Game total over. However, that Red Sox score first and lose at plus 600, I think someone should be taking. If I had that on my book, I know I'd definitely be taking it.
I'll do it for the people.
Do it for the fellas. Other than that, we got one more baseball game left, so let's get into it. Dodgers, Giants, Max Scherzer on the mound tonight. This is pretty simple for me. This is a pretty easy thing. The San Francisco Giants are getting +1 over 170. I don't care who's pitching. I don't care if it's Max Scherzer. Fair. I don't care if it's Walker Buehler. I don't care if it's Julio Urias. I don't care. The Giants should never, ever, 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 ever be at +175. I do not care. You take San Francisco money line just based off value. Yes. Could they lose to Max Scherzer and the Dodgers? Absolutely. Especially in LA? Absolutely. Did Max Scherzer look good last game? No, he did not at all. Please, please, please do not bet the Dodgers tonight. That is just a ridiculous line. If anything, stay off this game if you really want to. Just don't bet the damn Dodgers. That is a ridiculous line for the playoffs. Are we forgetting that the Giants had the... Yeah, no, Max Scherzer also isn't playing well enough. Are we forgetting that the Giants had the best record in all of baseball this year? Are we forgetting the fact that if you bet their money line $100 every game, you'd be up $4,600, where if you did that with the Dodgers, you'd only be up $1,000? Are we forgetting who the San Francisco Giants are here when they're getting plus 170? What is with this team? Why do they do this to this team? My money will be on San Francisco tonight. That's all. That's just what I have to say. 7.5. I think the over happens.
Yeah, probably.
San Francisco Giants team total over 2.5. I can't imagine that they don't score 3 runs. It seems unfathomable that they don't score 3 runs. Just looking real quick.
Yeah,
Max Scherzer, last time he pitched. Last 2 times. Yeah, so last time he pitched, they pulled him after 3 because he was getting shelled around and lucky they didn't give up earned runs. Time before that when he pitched, the game was 11-9. So I think Giants team total over. I lean Giants to win just because of the value, and I lean the game total over. But my bet will be on Giants team total over with Scherzer on the mound. I think he gets clocked around a little bit today. Pitcher versus batter. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, Max Scherzer does okay against the Giants, but there are people in there that love to go against Max Scherzer. Brandon Crawford has this man's number. 7 hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs. Tommy La Stella, actually. Bryant to homer off of Max tonight. Ooh. I think Stephanie's on a Chris Bryant kick after the other night when he hit one and they won. That was a nice plus 1,000. That was a nice hit. Chris Bryant in the past hasn't done well against Max Scherzer, but trends are meant to be broken. You know, he could get a hold of one tonight. Colder game tonight, actually. 60 degrees, 15-mile-an-hour wind coming back at the plate. Sorry. Ball is definitely not going to fly very well. You're going to have to muster one up to get it out there tonight. As far as, the Dodgers against Alex Wood, 321 average, 383 on base, 700 slugging, 1.08 OPS, and a 450 WOBA. Holy hell. Talk about a crunching performance against Alex Wood. That is unbelievable. Stats for Giants against Max Scherzer, 173, 214 on base, 409 slugging, 623 OPS, 266 WOBA. With that, I'm definitely on the game total over. I'm still going to take team total over for Giants, and I'm still going to lean Giants to win. I don't care if they shell them around. It's the postseason, and this is the San Francisco Giants that we're talking about here. So, Tommy La Stella likes to hit against Max Scherzer very much. Same with Brandon. Buster has not had the greatest track record with him, but it's still Buster Posey, who had a great game last outing. A great game. So, that's what we got for MLB. You have anything for that game, or not really?
I'm with you on just the Giants too good a value. Kind of just, I'm a little scared of the over/under 7.5, so low, but it is Maxie Scherzer. I don't know.
Alex Wood, yeah.
It's a toughie.
It's a tough.
It's a toughie, but
That's
I'm
a
with
tough
you.
game.
The Giants is value. You might even want to.
And
the team total as well for the Giants, I think.
Just for percentage-wise, Dodgers getting 68%, 67%. Braves getting 52%, 65%. White Sox getting 56%, 67%. And then the Rays are actually getting the percentage on the Boston Red Sox tonight. Believe it or not, getting 55 and 68. So something to look for. No one's just egregiously stacking anyone tonight. Forgot to mention Kyle Tucker's had 2 great games so far. Worth a look. Okay. Kyle Tucker. Crawford has been hot too. Yes, he has. I think my bet is with Brandon Crawford tonight for the Giants. My bet is with. There's so many people to pick from for the Dodgers. It is unbelievable. Like all these guys, you could put a bet prop on any of these guys and it might hit. Trey Turner is obviously our boy. Someone else to look at is AJ Pollock. Does really well against Alex Wood. Ashamed of myself for not hitting another Rosarina prop yesterday. Me too. I feel like I always miss him. Just for my favorite batters on every team today, it's got to be Freddie Freeman for Braves. It's got to be Christian Yelich for Milwaukee probably. Tim Anderson or Jose Abreu for White Sox. Jose Altuve every single time for Astros. Xander Bogaerts absolutely for Boston. For the Rays, I'm going to go with Yandy Diaz or Wander Franco. Again, Dodgers, there's so many. Trey Turner, Justin Turner, AJ Pollock, Mookie, any of them. And then for the Giants, it is definitely Brandon Crawford tonight. Or Tommy La Stella maybe, but Brandon Crawford is definitely my go-to. Mookie, yes. Let's get into preseason.
Yeah, let's.
What do we got for basketball there, Sean?
Couple nice little guys. I think for the Hornets Heat game, you gotta ride the hot hand with the Heat still. They're getting -8.5, but that really shouldn't be a problem. I wish we could get team totals for. I'm sure you can get them somewhere. Just I can't get them on DraftKings. Which I never get why you can't get a team total, because you literally take the total in half with the spread.
Yep.
And that's your team. But whatever. But yeah, the Heat should cover. The Heat have been scoring like around 114 a game, letting up only like 100, 104 in that range. And then Hornets are literally the complete opposite. They've been letting up like 115 a game, scoring like 105 consistently. So I think that should be right in the sweet spot. Ride the Heat. Tyler Herro is the highest scoring player so far in this NBA preseason.
That's wild.
After 3 games. And I'll tell you what, Kyle Lowry's also got like 8.5 assists per game. So it seems like they might have found a little that might have been a nice addition for him. I kind of forgot about that. But like take the Heat spread. I think you ride those guys until you can't anymore. Take the Brooklyn spread against the Sixers. The Sixers have been kind of sorry. They've been letting up quite a few points. They've been scoring quite a few points as well, but Brooklyn is scoring more points than everybody. They're averaging over 120 points per game.
Good Lord.
And I just think the Sixers D is struggling. They're letting up about 118 per game.
T-Wolves Clippers?
T-Wolves Clippers.
I'm just asking, because Clippers are basically at a pick 'em.
Yeah, they're only getting -1 here. And I'll tell you, where'd that go? I was looking at this one too. The Clippers are actually a worse scoring team right now than Minnesota.
I will say T-Wolves
by quite a lot.
T-Wolves actually pretty good in the preseason.
Yeah, by about 10 points a game.
Wow.
They're scoring more than the Clippers. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they're also giving up only like 0.7 points more. So frankly, even though it's barely an upset, it's one of my upsets I like a little more is with the +1 actually.
Really?
I think I don't know, Timberwolves look good.
They always do in the preseason.
But that's fine. It's still the preseason, you know. Take it what you can.
Just wait till the regular season starts. We'll show our true colors. Also, not that I want to bring this up, and this is just to put it out there because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Saw a mock trade. I don't know where the source was from, but I know that it was something important. It was the worst 3-team trade I have ever seen in my life, where the Portland Trailblazers get absolutely screwed.
Yeah, I think I might have seen this too.
It was like Sixers get Dame and Bradley Beal.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Nets get De'Aaron Fox and someone else.
How many teams are in this trade?
3. Oh wait, no.
Because I'm at least thinking of
yeah,
5
no,
right
no,
now.
yeah.
With the,
It was just the worst. Oh, it was so bad. It was basically, hey, Portland, give away all your good players, and in return, turn into a rebuild team with draft picks from the Sixers and the Nets. It was so bad. Stop with the damn mock trades with Ben Simmons. Can we just stop talking about this guy until he gets dealt somewhere, or he just gets fined millions and millions of dollars and doesn't play?
Here's the.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna guess. Who? Okay.
I noticed every time that you have a 3-team trade, like that's theorized anywhere, not in real, but anyone that is being talked about, that they always seem to forget that the third team isn't just in there to like throw an extra player.
Like
they always forget that they're like
like they also need to get something out of a trade.
Ridiculous.
Actually, I just want the chat to answer this. Who's being a bigger dummy right now? Now, two completely different reasons, but who's being a bigger dummy right now? Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving. I respect Kyrie more. Just because he's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to get the thing that you're making me get. However, I think he's being a bigger dummy.
Might be. That's a good question. Especially being phrased as being a bigger dummy.
Yes,
because
the
really
phrase,
is.
Like not nothing
important.
else, but who's being a bigger dummy?
Will Kyrie be fined for missing home games?
Yes, he is going to lose upwards of, what was it, $18 million if he misses all of his home games, plus the away games in Knicks, Warriors. Anywhere in California?
Yeah,
Probably. Simmons being entitled with all of his money.
I think if we're gonna go bigger dummy, you got to go with the younger guy who's giving up more money.
Ben.
Yeah.
Fair. I honestly, I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't know who's being a bigger dummy.
I think so. I think Ben Simmons thought he could afford it when he thought he could get the money back.
I think he did.
I think Kyrie can just afford it.
Yeah.
That's what my difference is.
Yeah.
I think right there.
Financially wise,
yeah,
Ben Simmons definitely the bigger dummy.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
But as far as easy solutions,
yes,
I'd say Kyrie being the bigger dummy.
You know, I mean, is it easier to walk into a practice facility or go to a CVS? It really depends how you feel. It really depends how you feel.
This is true.
That was a great question. I'm gonna ponder that all day.
I know. I think I thought about it at about 2 a.m. last night, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know the answer to it, and I don't know what everyone else's answer would be.
Speaking of Kyrie Irving, he plays basketball.
He does.
So do the Detroit Pistons.
So do they.
Who I hate tonight against the Mem Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have been putting on a defensive clinic. They're only scoring 105 per game, right? But their point differential is 17. They're only letting up 88 points per game. And we're talking about the Detroit Pistons, and the over-under is set at 221.
Okay.
The Grizzlies are going to win, and they're not putting up over 110, so mathematically impossible, take the under.
Okay. Are we taking Grizz as well or no?
If you want, I think it could get a little closer because the Pistons actually have not looked terrible for their scoring. I think the Grizzlies just slow them down, but it might be tight. I think it'll be like a 95-100 game. The 6.5 is a little too big for me. If it was under 5, I think I'd like it a lot more. But the under 221, that's
so
a
you're
good
telling
one.
me to take Grizz Pistons under 221.
Yes.
And a parlay with Heat and Grizz.
Yeah, if you want to. Oh, yeah, you do the money lines in there. I think that should be a nice little parlay. Or you could do the Nets as well. The Nets should absolutely dookie on the Sixers tonight.
Okay. Good to know. And then if you
anything
want a
else?
little underdog,
If you want to throw the T-Wolves, I really don't mind the T-Wolves against the Clippers.
That was the one reason why I asked.
Wow, really? They're only getting
2% on the T-Wolves tonight.
Yeah, the T-Wolves have
side.
looked like a better team, so I don't know why you wouldn't take them here.
All right. Good enough.
Yeah, other games. The Pelicans are just too weird. I don't want to touch them in anything.
Yeah, that's fair. It's very fair.
What are the?
Also-
This Rockets one might be interesting. Why they actually aren't playing too bad? Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. There is no NHL preseason tonight.
Oh,
Would you like to know why?
why?
It's because the regular season starts tomorrow. Fellas, we are officially back. One day away.
Wow.
36 hours away from our first NHL game of the year, which will be Penguins and Lightning to start us off.
Nice.
Lightning getting stacked on. And then what I'm looking forward to much more at 10 o'clock tomorrow night is the Seattle Kraken going against the Vegas Golden Knights.
Wow.
That is an electric show.
They know how to put on a show in the National Hockey League.
If you want to see a
wow.
hockey game where you see probably the hardest skaters you will up until the playoffs, it is the Kraken versus the Vegas Golden Knights. Both these teams are built off of pure hustle, pure character, pure everything.
The two newest teams.
The two newest
in Big
teams.
Four sports.
You got Philip Grubauer sitting netminded. I don't know if he's going to go a goal this year.
Oh, man, this is awesome.
Imagine being Philip Grubauer. Not only did you not win goalie of the year when you clearly were goalie of the year.
Nuts.
Clearly.
All right, I'm imagining. I'm pissed.
He was number one in all stats.
Of course.
Marc-Andre Fleury was pretty much 2 in all stats.
He's right
and
up
because
there.
Marc-Andre Fleury who he is, he gets goalie of the year. So you get screwed over. You get kind of fucked on that one. All right? And then you go to the Stanley Cup playoffs and your team loses.
Right.
Shit. I'm the best goalie in the damn league. I had the number one odds I was the favorite team, Colorado. Fell short. Off season. All right, let's get some pieces in here. Let's do this. Nope, your team didn't protect you. Your team, the reason that Colorado was that good last year is because a lot to do with Philip Grubauer, didn't protect him. And you get taken on the Seattle Kraken. This man is going to play possessed this year. Philip Grubauer, put the future in right now for goalie of the year.
Oh.
Because this guy
Can we?
might not let up a goal all season long. Good freaking luck scoring on Philip Grubauer this year. I would be so angry, and I know he's a hockey player. Hockey players all nice. Oh, I'll just do whatever the team. No. This guy is angry. He has a point to prove, and he's going to try to win his team the damn Stanley Cup.
He's plus 1,200 right now.
Yep, give me that.
Wow, he's the 5th. He's 5th on. He's tied with Field, parentheses, any other player not listed, end parentheses.
It's because he's playing for the Seattle Kraken.
The disrespect.
Goalie of the year, Philip Grubauer.
A trillion lines versus the Sun.
It was an interesting question that Braxton arose last night.
I don't know. I'm assuming the way it's going to go is I'm going to say the Sonics will burn them up, but then someone will say something about how the mass of the trillion lions will...
Yeah, this got brought up in our group chat last night. Basically, Braxton's idea was either attack at night, which doesn't make sense because the sun is still there at night. They just have to go around. You know what I mean? Like, sun's always still there.
Well, not the dark side, but I hear what you're saying.
But, like, how are you going to get to the sun if you're on the dark side, you know?
Yeah, but the dark side of the sun, you just go from behind it. Or the side that looks like the moon when it spins around at night.
But the sun it goes at, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't just point one direction. Like, so
well,
you can't
yeah.
sneak up on
when
the
the
sun.
sun's rotating around the Earth,
Yeah.
there's a point.
Yeah.
There's a point where when it's backwards,
Yeah.
that's actually the moon.
Uh-huh.
So you know that's how you know it's nighttime.
Uh-huh.
So, however, lions are also big and sleepy and cowardly. Have you ever seen The Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
That lion was quite cowardly, and I don't think he has the determination to plan a night attack on the star in the sky.
So our two alternatives for so Braxton's routine of winning this fight for the Lions was basically just ball them up and yuck them. Just one toss. Hope we can just
all the lines.
rip,
I think
all
yeah,
the
like
lines,
a
trillion.
meteor of lines.
Nah, I was like, dude, you might be able to melt through a couple 100 billion, but like a trillion?
Yeah, I
gonna
see
be
that.
tough. Now, my strategy, right? Get all the lines, all lined up as best you can on the thing. They all roar at the same time, and their roar extinguishes the sun.
Is that how you beat the sun?
Colossal, poof, and it either puts the sun out or it just blows the sun a gazillion miles away to where you'll never have to deal with it ever again.
Now, is the sun sentient? Does the sun know it's being attacked?
That's a great question.
Because if he starts spitting solar flares...
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, see, the sun would start burning the lines, but if the lines are...
I mean, wouldn't they die in space? But do they have to be alive to complete their mission?
Yeah, you could just yuck 3 trillion. I think the roar theory is pretty good. Now,
hold on.
The only ex-nay to my roar theory is sun has no brain. Yeah, okay, so he says sun has no brain.
According to you, racist.
Now, the problem is, if a lion roared and extinguished the sun, the lions are going to die shortly after, because they're going to freeze to death. So, I don't really know how this fight goes. I don't know if there's a real winner. It seems like
3
war.
3 trillion lions?
War never has a winner.
It's 3 trillion lions?
I think it's 8 trillion lions? Or
Eight trillion?
Maybe 3 trillion. Let's call it 3 trillion.
Okay, so this pencil's lead is a little bit empty. Well, how am I gonna do the math here? All right. Well, anyway.
In your head.
Okay,
You
so
do it.
300. Well, that's pretty easy. It's about 400 trillion pounds worth of lion, assuming that it's a fair demographic of male, female, small, and large. Say about 350 to 400 trillion pounds of lion.
Yep.
Now, the mass of the sun, 9 kilograms. What is this? Europe? Pounds. 4.385 times 10 to the 30th pounds.
Can we just get a rough estimate?
Literally no.
Quadrillion?
Well, 10 to the third. Or 10 to the 30.
Oh. There's a lot more than 1,000.
Can someone try to write it out, or is that too many zeros?
Let's number.
I think either way it's more than a few hundred trillion. Oh, okay. It's 4.18 nonillion pounds. Nonillion. And then
So 10 to the 30th is quintillion.
nonillion. A number equal to 1 followed by 30 zeros. So 4.1, so it would be 4 comma 1800000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000 So I think using that, I think the sun's too big. Now, if we were talking about the moon,
Lions.
but I think there's
Fuck
just
up
too
the
much
days.
weight,
The
too
moon's
much weight on the sun.
The moon's night, I meant to
Too
say.
much weight on the sun.
Yeah. All right.
So there you go.
Also, I already know the answer to this one, but 300 Jedis versus 80,000 chickens.
It's a lot of chickens.
I need more chickens.
Need more.
Apparently, the simulator was run, and the Jedi just mollywopped them.
Yeah, I think that probably makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you could
I
just
said I need at least 200,000 chickens.
you could just smack them into a wall.
Yeah. Those chickens are dumb.
Chickens are dumb. However, they can run around without a head. So if you did the lightsaber slice, that would immediately callous them, and they would run at you without a head. But they can't do much without it. Okay.
All right, game tonight.
We have a
15
football
NFL.
game.
Let's get it.
have a
Ravens,
football
Colts.
game.
Ravens are getting -7 with 76% of tickets and 92% of money. I can already tell you that the Colts will cover 7.
I am all in on the Colts tonight.
The Colts will cover 7. That's all you need to know.
I'm all in on the Colts tonight. Over under's 46. That is low. That means the Colts team total over is only 17, right? 23 minus 7, 16.
Sorry, my brother works for my brother works for Minnesota United. He's their top ticket salesman. That's the MLS team in Minnesota. He just sent me. He goes, fan survey we got after our loss yesterday. They lost to Colorado like 3-1. Name, you suck. Phone number. Their phone number. Okay. Email, you suck, owe me $200. Inquiry about customer service. Message, how you let Colorado do you like that? Ruin my parlay. Owe me $200 wire transfer. That's pretty funny.
That's very funny.
Anyways.
So the Colts team total over is only at 19.5.
Really?
Yeah. So I like that.
Do we still think that the Ravens defense is good? Can we put that narrative to bed yet?
It's just the over under is so low and the spread's so big. It just puts them in a nice little spot. I think they can score 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I really like, that's one of the first things I really like is that over 19.5. And the Ravens are getting over 27.5, and I just think that's far too much.
I would agree with you on that as well. I need to look at it.
Because the Colts could easily lose and score 20. You know, like I feel like that's a pretty low risk little guy there.
Hang on. I'm trying to come up with a little alt line. You know, what I do best.
Yes. Yes. I'm also gonna say for TD scores.
I've got it. Colts plus 13, under 53 total points. 26-27.
What's the odds on that?
Minus 117.
Wow. That's a pretty good one.
I like that one. Colts have only gotten over 20 points against Rams, and Dolphins couldn't get to 20 against Seahawks.
No.
How are we feeling about little Carson's ankles tonight?
He seemed to be a lot better last week.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I just think I'm trying to remember what game. Because they had a lot of weird games that are very thrown off by a ton of different injuries on every side of the ball.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, and that week one was just ugly. They went over only 16 on the top. I still like it.
Yeah?
I don't know. I still think they're in a lot better of a spot, and I think the Ravens, I don't know. They'll let up point. Oh, how's the Ravens defense even doing? I'm not sure. Yeah, Ravens have kind of been stomping around though. Held the Broncos to 7. Oh, but that was with Drew Lock in, and that dude's barely a quarterback. All right. Yeah, no, I'm cool with it. They've only held the Drew Lock Broncos and the Lions under 20. So.
Yeah. I am just, searching around. Carson Wentz over 227.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be 227 super low, and honestly, if it wasn't Carson Wentz, I would take it because I feel like I don't want to misinform because of my love of Carson.
This is fair.
But I genuinely think that there's random times you can get good value on these quarterback ones.
Yeah.
Where because Carson's the caliber of player who can throw for 300 yards in a game, and normally when you have someone like that, they're getting like 280. So it is a good opportunity at 227 because it's so low.
I know it feels really low.
It's so low. Like nobody gets to, that's Zach Wilson numbers.
I know. That's what I was thinking too.
So I don't think I'm allowed to officially say you should take that, but I quite like it. Wow, Lamar's only getting 232.
Yeah, I have them both at 227.5. Actually.
Oh, is there like a combined? Oh, please give me like a, you know what I mean? Like
not quite yet.
Lamar and Carson to throw for over.
Oh yeah.
Because it would be like 500, maybe.
This parlay is
Oh, no.
not
It's just the
growing enough
regular.
where I want
They're
it
all
to.
in the 300s.
Why won't this parlay?
Oh, Isaac, the passing attempts. That's a good call. That's a good
Didn't
call.
even think about it.
That's a good call.
Didn't even think about it.
And he's only getting what? Are they not giving me attempts here?
Who goes off for wide receivers today is the question.
Um,
Who has a big day? Murray, I already
agree.
put
I
it.
was
Yep,
about to
I was
say
going to.
I was about to say
I'm
it
building
too.
a parlay right now, and it has Latavius and Zach Pascal in it.
I can see. I have a weird feeling about a Sammy Watkins. I don't know why.
I keep seeing his name pop up too.
I bet you Carson busts one in.
That's what I was
Hurts
also
himself.
thinking too.
Throws for like 219, tries to bust one in, tears his ACL, scores though. You know what I mean? That's Carson.
That is Carson.
He'll at least score.
He probably will.
He
Score.
will kill himself.
probably
He
will.
runs like a madman. I don't know how you cannot love this guy. You know?
Ooh, Mo Alley Cox.
Yeah. Big Cox.
Big Cox. All right, guys. Latavius gets in. I think Carson Wentz also runs win it. I need one more. I have Zach Pascal at plus 310. Do I go Pittman instead at plus 200? Or do I move Zach Pascal to Mo Alley Cox at plus 430?
I wouldn't touch. I don't know. Michael Pittman. I don't know if he's that guy.
He's not that guy?
He has. He doesn't have very many touchdowns in his entire life.
Carson Wentz over 227.
He has one touchdown in his career.
Who?
So, Michael Pittman Jr.
Okay.
So if you think he doubles that tonight.
Okay.
I have no idea why he's so hype in the odds. I don't really know where all this hype around him is coming up this season.
I think it's just because T.Y.'s not there.
I think it's just because he took Carson Wentz's number.
Maybe. All right. Lamar Jackson over 62.5 rushing yards. I think this man probably rushes for 100 today. Mark Andrews is just... The problem is Mark Andrews is the only target that the defense knows can consistently catch the ball. Therefore, he's very heavily covered.
Yes.
They know that he is the only guy that is going to actually hold on to the ball when it's thrown to him. So, again, here. Lamar Jackson over 62.5. Latavius Murray, tutter. Carson Wentz, tutter. Mo Alley Cox, tutter. And Carson Wentz over 227, plus 20,000.
Whoa.
$10 to win $2,000.
Wow.
Guys, that is only 5 legs. It's only 5. And it pretty much rests on Mo Alley Cox and Carson Wentz to run one in. I'm taking it. I'm ready for it. God, dude, did you see how close I was to the plus 22,500 I had last night? Almost the exact same bet, a 7-legger.
No.
I needed Patty Mahomes to run one in and Clyde to get like 10 more rushing and receiving yards. It would have been $10 to pay like $2,500.
Wow.
It's unfortunate. Okay. Source classified Joe Burrow's hospital visit for throat contusion as precautionary. Wasn't major concern among the team post-game. Coach Zach Taylor will address media today, but the feeling as of now he is fine. Good for Joey. Hollywood longest reception over 22.5. Yep. If he even freaking catches one.
Oh.
Guy looks like Nelson Aguilar. He really does. He drops a lot.
Eagles Nelson Aguilar.
Sorry,
So now
Eagles.
he's
Nelson Aguilar.
now he's like a really solid third option. All we ever needed. Nelson.
Why are we getting so many followers on Twitter?
Cause you're
What
sick.
happened?
Cause you're dope, dude.
We just zoomed right past 2,100. That's pretty cool.
Cause you just tell it like it is.
A certain someone has stopped texting me, and boy, it feels good. That guy's annoying.
Am I spell?
What are you looking for?
Oh, he doesn't have an H. I'm really dumb. I feel like it won't let me.
John Ban, I believe.
Wow, he's really hidden down there.
Yeah. They aren't giving me Hines receiving props. Disgraceful. Wow. Are they giving me Hines receiving props?
Not even for a touchdown. I haven't seen any props though. Wow. All right. Okay.
Wentz over 9.5 rushing yards. Dude, the man can move. People forget that the man can move.
And he loves moving.
He's moving.
He's such a football player. Yeah, you can't not, man.
Some people have different viewpoints, Sean.
I'm saying you can say but he's not injury prone because he's some delicate little flower. He's injury prone because he plays
gets injured
football.
a lot.
That's the definition of the word. Good job, Eric. But I'm just saying, like, he throws himself around and is willing to die for a half a yard.
No.
Which is not always a good trait in a quarterback.
I think we're getting the term pussy confused with injury prone.
Well, I didn't. Yeah.
Carson Wentz is not. Carson Wentz is a badass, bad mofo.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
However, Carson Wentz is fragile as shit.
I don't think he's fragile. I think he's reckless. That
also a good term. Fair enough. But anyways, yes, the man is injury prone. He goes out. I didn't agree until he got to the Colts. I didn't agree because I was like, okay, one was a diving into the end zone where his knee got hit from 18 different directions and just exploded. The other one was a nasty illegal hit by Jadeveon Clowney that bounced him off the ground.
Never forget Jadeveon.
The back thing that he had with the Eagles that his trainers like somehow didn't address right. Do you remember that whole thing?
Yep.
When he had his back problem and the trainers like didn't address it right or whatever, and he was all mad at them and like all this stuff. So at the Eagles, I would say unlucky.
I would actually
Colts, I would say injury prone.
I mean, yeah.
To sprain both your ankles.
Aaron Donald's a big man.
This is true. He's a very big man.
It'll be fine.
They still got legs.
Yeah, it's plenty alive. Dude's got 5 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Half a leg.
He's having a great season. His team's letting him down. Seriously, honestly.
What if he just in the last?
I think he's playing exactly how he needs to be playing, and the Colts defense is not up to where it should be. Look at this. It's this is just it's nothing super special, but that's when he got, or this is the one he got hurt into, and then that's when he had to come back from that injury and he couldn't move.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
I think he looks good out there. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, deserves better. Oh shit, Juju is out for the season. He had to have surgery on that shoulder last night. Successful procedure, but Juju is out for the season. Done. Out. No more Juju. Damn. Don't really like the guy, but that's shitty. That is shitty. I'm not gonna lie though, I just traded for Deontay Johnson in one of my leagues, and yummy. Colts still have 5th best turnover differential in NFL with 1 less game played.
Wow, that's a good stat right there. I have a little 6 plus 1600.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's Colts plus 3.5. Carson Wentz over 219.5 passing, over 30 passing attempts from Carson, over 25 passing attempts from Lamar. Joe Taylor, I went for like a Rojo type of thing, and I realized that would just be someone else's name. Jonathan Taylor rushing yards over 49.5. Latavius Murray rushing yards over 44.5.
I really like that one. I think the only one that is in question is the Lamar Jackson passing attempts.
He should be okay with it.
He should be okay.
I looked. It seems like I think he's had.
And honestly, if he doesn't get that, it's because the Colts aren't covering 3.5 anyways. So it's kind of No, I like that.
I have to double check the. But he's been passing a lot. Yeah, he hasn't gone under 25 once this season. He's actually been under 30 once.
Interesting.
30, 26, 31, 37.
Ravens
throwing a lot of
quarterbacks
balls.
are not healthy. Marcus Peters is dead.
Yeah, he actually is gone.
I don't know about the rest of their corners, but I know that defense is very hurt right now.
I don't know. Maybe I should take the opportunity of Carson Wentz's yards being so low
To take
bump
it.
it up a little.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
that's
know.
what I did. That's what I did.
I like this guy though. This is a good guy.
I like that guy too. All right, fellas. It is 12:07. We do have to get the slate out very soon. Because
True.
We do have baseball. And
53 minutes. Right?
yeah, that was quick math. Well done.
I'm on one today.
Yeah, your math brain is.
We
Really
learned about nonillions.
Yeah, we did.
Don't say none, never teach you no math.
What else do we need to address before we go? This shirt is sick. I really like it. You should probably buy one.
Yeah, that's dope. It's got a back
There's
too.
You see how good that marketing strategy
Yeah, that was a great transition. I think everybody's gonna go on and cop.
I agree. This is the baby blue style, by the way.
Yeah. Also
Fits
comes
my
in
personality pretty well.
banana cream pie. It's like this shirt, but it's a different one. I just happen to be wearing a
That is
banana cream
interesting.
pie shirt.
Back design's pretty sick.
Olive
Very
green,
retro.
white.
Also,
black.
for you men that watch the show, it's a premium tee. Fits the sleeves. That's why I look.
Yeah, you see that?
I look
You see that?
A little bit bigger today than I normally do. Fitted sleeves do impress the ladies slightly.
Just a little bit. They're like,
the,
oh, I'm
the gal
moderately
actually
impressed."
saw how good it looked on my arms and was like, I need to get me one of those shirts. I know. But anyways, that's it for the show today.
That reminds me, I gotta make sure nobody ordered one of these.
You should probably make sure that Jimmy Smith might not be playing it. Might be playing tonight? Okay. Good to know. Murray, 40-plus rushing yards. Taylor, 50-plus rushing yards. Colts, plus 7.5. Wentz, over 9.5 rushing yards. Pascal, anytime touchdown, plus 2,000. I really feel like I should have thrown Pascal in that one. I'm going to make a second parlay tonight. I'm going to make two. I got the plus 20,000 one already set to go, but I think I'm going to make two.
Oh, that reminds me. Certain rat is back.
Oh yeah. Minnesota boy also made a statement this week.
I hate to do it to Rondo. I really do, but
Boy got clapped. Can I get my fantasy football? No. Why is Yahoo Fantasy Football first? Stop. Get out of here. You delinquent fantasy football service. Oof. Weird, we haven't seen Cam yet here today. Cam is in fact going to owe me a shotgun bet as his team got wrecked by over 30 points with my kicker, Justin Tucker, still to go tonight.
I'm going to need 24 points from Justin Tucker and the Ravens defense.
Okay.
For this league here.
Okay. Looks like... Yeah. Luke, great matchup. Well done this week. Looks like he's going to win that one. JP and little Brax are in a barn burner here, with projected within one tonight. Oof. Look at that matchup. So, Isaac needs, 20 points? 20 points from Lamar to beat Stephanie tonight. Wow.
That's a close one.
Oh, Tom Brady hurt his thumb.
Oh, was it when he threw his fourth touchdown or his fifth touchdown?
Probably the fifth. It was somewhere in between the 400th yard and the 430th yard.
Let's just make something clear here about Tom Brady.
He is
Before we go. Beep. Well, first of all, Tom Brady's going to have every single passing record by the end of the season.
Yeah. Without the 17 game schedule.
Without
too,
the
by the way. He's going to break it in 16.
Oh, yeah, he's going to
might
break it in 10.
14.
He has 1,700 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions in 5 games.
By the way, that's averaging well over 350 a game.
That could be a season stat line, and he wouldn't be the worst quarterback in the league.
Yep, I agree.
Just do the math real quick.
This man is absurd and possessed. Also, thank you for being the one Eagles fan that doesn't despise Tom Brady.
I don't know why we would, frankly.
I don't understand it. Why hate Tom Brady?
I don't know. I'm having a good time.
Oh, well, he beat us once. He beat everybody. He beats everyone every single game.
He's literally beaten every team in the NFL.
He's the GOAT. He's the best.
I think there was a lot of hard feelings because of the Spygate, and obviously everyone hated it. I do know a decent amount of. Hey, listen. There are some people who don't know what's happening.
I know.
That really misrepresent the Eagles.
And I
fan
also
base.
feel like it's also because like an East Coast thing where like Tom Brady's kind of in the general area.
And we hate
like,
Boston.
You hate Boston. He played for. I get it. Because as a Minnesota fan, I could give a shit less about Tom Brady.
I'll tell you what. Every Eagles fan I know who watched a game before the Super Bowl is okay with Tom Brady now. We're on a similar page of he got his, we got ours. Let's witness greatness.
Yes, very much so. Also, he's not a bitch like LeBron.
He seems like going to Tampa was the best thing he could have done because he's not a dumb robot anymore. Nope. He's like actually exactly what I'm saying right there. He's so much easier to like.
Yep.
He's so funny.
Chiefs,
yeah.
Steelers,
true.
Yeah.
The Colts should definitely have some problems with that poor guy.
Yeah.
Or not that poor guy, the poor old Colts. Steelers have gotten their fair share of work from the man as well.
There's one thing that I like about Tom Brady that I think, whether he's the best QB of all time, I don't know. He is the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time, according to winniness and everything like that. One thing I really like about Tom Brady that I think is a little overlooked, you ask about people who played with MJ, they didn't like him very much.
Yeah.
People did not like MJ. Like, he was not a very well-liked man because he was just so competitive and he was so... Not a lot of people like LeBron that have played with LeBron.
No, I think it depends.
There's been a lot of people that have come
here
out
and there.
Like,
he seems to be a little bit more split.
Either you're on his side and he takes you everywhere and therefore you like LeBron, or he tries you out once, you didn't get along with him, and you'll never play on LeBron's team ever again. I don't know one player that has ever come out, and maybe there are a couple, that have been like, I hated playing with Tom Brady. I hated him. He was the worst. He was an asshole. He thought he knew. I have never, ever, 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 ever heard slander come out of a teammate's mouth about Tom Brady. Maybe there's a couple instances where it's like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, just a guy that seems to be liked by everyone that he's ever played with, which is pretty impressive considering the amount of people that he's played with.
Yeah.
I also want to know who did Tom's plastic surgery. I refuse to believe that man got...
We really did talk about the Tom. Just for the record, I did the math. This is a math-based show.
Yeah.
We're educators.
We are.
Your
face.
We're...
What's your face?
That was my educator.
Yeah, that was your educator. If you were a teacher, I could imagine that's the face that you use.
Now, Tom Brady, if this was a 16-game season, would be on pace to throw for 5,654 yards. If this was a 17-game season, which it is, he is on pace to throw for 6,007 yards and 51 touchdowns at the ripe age of 89.
Single season passing yards.
It's not 6,000.
It's definitely not TV record.
6,000.
Peyton Manning got 55, so that's the record, and he's on pace for 51. So he'd be a little short of that. Passing yards is 5,400, which he's projected to beat in a 16.
Yeah, he would. So no asterisks here.
A couple hundred yards. Not to mention he's already played the Rams defense. He has already played. What other good defenses has he
played? He's played. Not really many, actually.
Okay. All right. So
he's played Dallas, Atlanta, New England, and Miami, in addition to the Rams. So not very many.
Okay. Well,
so you might slow
basically
down,
we're
but
witnessing greatness is what.
take it in, dude. If this, we might be watching a.
I agree, but I also want the record book. Like, if he breaks in a 16-game span, I want that to be noted. Like,
Yeah,
I
true,
want
because
that
that's
to be noted.
yeah.
I do agree that old record books should be closed, new record books should be opened. But if he beats it in a 16-game, I want that to go on the 16-game record. Like, I don't want Peyton Manning to hold that record anymore just because it was 16. Like, he got it done in 16 games. Same thing goes for baseball and basketball if they shorten the seasons. Yeah, I agree. Which, can we please shorten both those seasons? Baseball and basketball. There is no reason to have 162.
Yeah, the baseball one's a little bit much.
I also don't like the basketball one. You have guys that are only trying for 20% of games. They just make 80% less games then. Now, obviously, I don't want 80% less games, but
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't like it in basketball. I think you need it. People who have been. I don't think it's been working, man. The lollygagging around into the season has not been faring well.
load management wouldn't be a thing anymore.
I know, but I think that kind of thing's on its way out.
You think so?
I have that kind of. I don't know. I feel like the cycle's coming back where, the teams that play the best and have the most chemistry.
I think my biggest thing too is I'm so much more of a fan of college basketball than I am the NBA. I really don't actually enjoy the NBA entirely, like as an entertaining aspect.
As a Timberwolves fan.
Yeah, that's fair. But also as just like an entertainment aspect when it's 120 and 120 and the only time you play defense is in the last 8 minutes of the game and like, whereas college, every game matters. You lose a game, you might be out of the tournament, which I know that's also a different setup and everything. I just wish there was less games so that every game is more impactful. So you see more effort on the court.
I hear you.
The biggest problem I've had with the NBA is effort.
I just don't think it's that fun to watch sometimes. Sometimes you're just like, wow, this is not good basketball.
Yeah. Every once in a while, yeah, you do run into that.
This is not good basketball.
See, but that's what I enjoy.
Yeah.
I enjoy the mistakes. I don't want to see some 7-foot dude stand on his tippy toes and put the ball in. Like, that does nothing for me.
Well, we ended up going Braves team total over, yeah?
No, we went Braves team total over game 1 and then Braves money line game 2.
I mean, for today.
For this game.
Yeah, for today.
Sorry. For today, we went Braves team total over. I'm on them early, but wasn't. Yeah. We were on their team total over, and we leaned their money line.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to play their money line, though. Tim agrees. Anyways, fellas.
I like March Madness, but
yeah, you're not a fan of the regular season.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The NBA says, here's all the good teams. I don't have to do much more effort than that, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, you're the NBA guy. I'll be the college basketball guy. It works, man.
It works.
All right, Buzz, we need to get out of here. Need to post a VIP slate. We have baseball in 40 minutes. We have baseball all day. So if you got nothing to do today, yes, you do. You got baseball to watch.
Oh.
NHL season starts tomorrow. WNBA was also tomorrow. I don't know how the final schedule works. It's on Wednesday. Sorry, it's on Wednesday. And, dude, the Sky. What the hell? What is this team? Who possessed the Chicago Sky? Huh? What is going on? This team is just mowing over everyone as the worst seeded team. Not the worst seeded.
Now that's a question. You want to talk about a mascot conversation? I don't care who wins over a Colt and a Raven. By the way, the Colt, because he just smacked that Raven.
The Mercury versus the Sky.
Mercury versus the Sky.
Hey, we found out who wins between the Sky and the Sun. Sky takes down Sun.
It's because the Sun's in the sky.
I guess so, yeah.
So Mercury.
Anything that's in the sky,
it just beat the Sky. As is Mercury. Well, Mercury's in space. The space sky?
I think so. I think it's technically... The sky is just anything up, I would imagine.
Is there a limit to sky? Is it like where the atmosphere?
I think once...
I feel like once it's...
The sky starts where objects stop. So, like, if you stand on top of your building, you put your hand up, you're touching the sky.
No, yeah, I'm like, where's it stop, though?
I don't think it does.
You don't think it stops?
I don't know.
Okay. In that case, then they would beat the Mercury tonight.
Fair.
Or not tonight. They don't even play tonight.
You got a weather report in you?
We'll do a quick one.
While you do that, I'm going to start on the VIP side.
We'll do a quick weather. We won't go super in depth. Yeah. Well, just so Braxton knows what to wear when he goes out to the grocery store.
You need to get groceries today, and I don't know what to wear. I need to get groceries today, too.
Oh, look. You see it's like a little weather map down there. Don't worry. We'll get to the big one. And I think we need some Weather Channel music.
Boy, VIP sucked yesterday.
Really?
Holy shit.
Bad day.
Bad day. Bad day. Terrible day. Awful day, some might say.
Dang it. I hate when I try to do something and I have that little screen. Whatever. Y'all can see it. All I'm doing is searching for Weather Channel music. This is a good one. Not the State Farm song, though.
Yeah, that was a brutal day yesterday. Brutal.
All right, here we go. It's about that time, fellas. Turn down that weather music a little bit. Jeez. All right, what are we looking at today? Okay, off the bat, here's what I'm seeing. It's windy over here. It's windy over here in a strange arc-like fashion. Let's see. And then a little bit of wind over here. So be careful there. You might get spun around a little bit. Fly a kite in this region, and in this region, don't fly a kite in this region or this region. You can try over here, but I don't know how much success you'll have. If you're on a boat, be careful. If you're on a sailboat, you'll be going very quickly.
Good enough.
For the rain, precipitation in the sky, what do we got? Pretty dry today. What's going on here? It looks like we have a big, scary red dot. In Grant City.
Ooh, can we look at Chicago? Chicago's supposed to be a little nasty tonight. For the,
let's
the
take a
White
look.
Sox game.
Ooh. You guys, this is global? Oh, man, I really thought it was only the United States. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Rainy over here.
Why are we the only country that's getting anything bad happening to us? Oh, and what was that, Tokyo over there? That's Japan.
Yeah, it was Japan's getting some rain. All right, let's try to bring this back in. God, I love the Weather Channel. Whoa. Oh, this is a little important. Can I hide this? Oh, that's a little too informative for me. Okay, where's Illinois? It's really hard to see the states on here. It's right here, right? Yeah. And Chi-Town's up here. Okay, so yeah. It seems like this storm could move east. Oh, let's use the wind. Okay, the wind is coming up, so they might be able to get by the storm because it's like pushing up over here. Hot take: Sahara Desert gets rain today. Let's see how hot it is. I'm not. Alright, that's kind
of a hot take, I'm not gonna lie.
That's in Africa, but I'm not sure where in Africa. I don't even. Is it really worth checking if the Sahara Desert is gonna be getting rain?
I don't think so necessarily.
We'll just go briefly over here.
But I'm also not the weatherman, so.
We'll zoom right on past the Aussies. Alright. Yeah, I mean, there is some rain up here. There's some rain up here in Africa. I don't think it's really severe. Covers large parts of Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya. Oh! Wait, Egypt's up there. Wait, maybe it is getting there. This could be big.
Yeah?
There's some rain right under the Sahara though, which is pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah. See, so this is like I think like this area is deserty, and then down here's all the rain. So I suppose that's what makes a desert a desert, the place where it isn't the rain.
That would be facts.
So let's try to scoot on back over. Thunderstorms though. Are any of these gonna be thunder-like? Yeah, big. This is scary, and that is really teetering right. Chicago's right here. You see?
Yeah.
You see, and that's the thunderclad.
Do we have a later on in the day? So this is Monday, 11 to 12. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Four o'clock. About 4 o'clock. No. Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Oh God.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so at 4 o'clock, that's the thunder part too. That's not even just the rain. By 4, the rain will be here. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, that's still 11 to 12. No, that's 11 to 4. Okay, yeah. So we might not have a White Sox game tonight.
All right, a very delayed White Sox game, if that.
Oh, yeah, Braxton, is that because there's cold deserts, such as is Antarctica a cold desert?
Technically, yeah.
There you go. Let's look at the temperature, shall we? Hot one today. That's all I got. Except for up here. It's freezing right in this little vicinity. Idaho's cold today. Wyoming, big sky country's cold today.
Big sky.
Nevada's cold, which is weird. That seems like the opposite of what Nevada's known for.
What do we look like in Baltimore tonight for Monday night?
True. I always am like, I'm glad I have a decent idea of geography, because every time I'm like super nervous and embarrass myself. Like, yeah, sure. All right, so it's a beautiful day. It's like 75. However, wind's fine. I don't know what that one is. No rain. What about tonight? Yeah, we should be all dry. It's very cloudy though. Very, very cloudy.
Really? Astros game is gone on my book.
And they might have postponed.
They might have. Keep an eye on the.
They might be keeping an eye on the weather report.
That might be because of weather.
That might be because of us.
True. We also have been giving up very good tips for that game. So.
I'm very exposed in the weather. How's the ozone doing? It's getting repaired.
They were smart on Wander Franco tonight. They put him at over 1.5 hits. Smart. Well done. By
That's
the way,
Warning. Air quality. Super high concentrations of nitrogen dioxide in the air in Maryland.
that does not sound good.
This is to be worried
Should we be
about.
worried? So we should be.
Yes. Do you see that? That's worrying.
Wait, where is this?
In Maryland, right there.
What is it? What are we looking at here? Sorry, I was.
NO2 levels, nitrogen dioxide, I guess. Which is bad. It's in the air quality one.
That's not good.
Okay, but it seems like the PM 2.5 is okay. Aerosol's okay too. Where's aerosol bad at? Dang.
Hit my cheek again.
Oh, because then it rises up a little bit and it's just a target.
Ow.
Yeah, seems like it's a big day for NO2 over here. It looks like we're getting quite a bit of that in Philly too. It looks like we're actually.
Are we gonna get smacked tonight?
Yeah, we shouldn't go outside.
All right.
Don't breathe. Don't breathe the air.
Don't breathe today if you're on the East Coast. Please. Warning to everyone. Do not breathe on the East Coast.
Wow. All right. Well, I think that's all we got for the weather.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me real quick. I just want to know how Big Ben's doing. The clock.
Okay.
Yeah, their nitrogen isn't great either. Isn't that a shame?
It is.
God, I love Weather Channel music.
I'm starting to really feel it. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, fellas.
You done?
Looks like that's the show. That's all the weather we need to know about. I mean, that's everything possibly happening. You know, keep an eye on your nitrogen. I don't know what it is. I know it's always in the air. But I suppose too much of anything is a bad thing.
This is true. What is it? Something in moderation?
Everything in moderation?
Is that what it is?
Sure could be.
I'm not a philosopher myself.
I'm no doctor, but that's it.
What was the basketball game under?
The
Pistons and Grizz, right?
Yeah, Pistons Grizz.
Big slate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
There's gonna be another too, because we got to get a little Monday Night Football in there too. This is
all right.
jam. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we're gonna head out. I'm about to head out. Please enjoy these beautiful, whimsical Weather Channel songs in the outro. VIP picks are going up as we speak.
Literally almost done actually.
We'll be back tomorrow in our regularly scheduled time.
Yes, we will.
Enjoy baseball, except that Houston Astros Chicago White Sox game. Enjoy football. Enjoy your Monday. Anything else? You got any closing remarks?
Win a shitload of money tonight. Yeah. Let's hit some nasty same game parlay tonight. Kind of like we did last night. A lot of people hit some same game parlays last night. A lot of money being won last night.
Truly.
Most of all, have fun watching the games today. Enjoy postseason baseball. If you have not watched postseason baseball yet, today is your day to do so because it's been electric. It's very fun to watch. Get ready for NHL tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a great one, fellas. We'll see you tomorrow. Win some money tonight, and stay safe.